So let's talk about an apostille here for a minute. Before you can get a document apostille, there's a couple of things you need to understand. First of all, that document is going to have to be notarized before you can get it apostilled. My name is Rufus. I'm the notary dude here in Los Angeles, California. I do a lot of general notary work. I also process a lot of apostilles. So basically an apostille is this. If you have property in Mexico, and if you're wanting to sell that property, Mexico is going to say, okay, you need to come here to Mexico because you own the property. You're going to need to sign some documents in order to sell it. You don't want to go to Mexico to do that. You're too busy. So what you can do is you can do a special power of attorney form where you authorize somebody to sign in your behalf. Typically, it's a family member or a friend, and that special power of attorney form is drafted up here. After you draft up that form, you need to call a notary public, and they're going to come to you, or you're going to go to them, and they're going to notarize your signature on that special power of attorney form. Now, when they notarize that signature, you need to make sure that you have valid ID to match up with the name you have on the paperwork. If the name on the paperwork or the special power of attorney form is different from what you have on your ID, you're not going to be able to notarize it. This is a common mistake I always see, especially for Latin American countries. Sometimes, like in Mexico, you'll use a different name because you have both your mom and your dad's last name that you carry. When you came to the States, you probably dropped one of those names, and so now you just have one last name, your middle name, and your first name. But in Mexico or Latin America, they might have the name of the property under your full name. So you need to make sure that when you have that special power of attorney form drafted up, that it contains the name that is on your ID. Without that, you cannot notarize it here in the state of California. So once you get that special power of attorney form signed and you have it notarized, at that point, you may need an apostille. So what that means is you need to take that notarized special power of attorney form to the Secretary of State, and they're going to put another authentication stamp on that special power of attorney form. Now, you can do this yourself. You can mail it in, or you can go to the Secretary of State to do that. I highly recommend, if you haven't done it before, that you call an apostille notary or an apostille signing agent who can handle it for you. They know exactly what they're doing. They know what the Secretary of State is looking for, and they can get it processed typically the same day, if not the next day. With you, if you need to mail it in, it's going to take several weeks to do. So my name is Rufus. I'm the notary dude here in Los Angeles, California. I process a lot of California apostilles. So if you're in this situation where you have a special power of attorney form, you need to have notarized and apostilled, I can handle the notarization for you. It is crucial that that document is notarized correctly. If it's not notarized correctly, it's going to be rejected when it gets to the Secretary of State to process the apostille. So use a notary who knows what they're doing, especially with apostilles, so they can make sure it gets notarized correctly. My contact information is below in my bio. You can check out my reviews. I have an office in Long Beach. I'm a Long Beach notary dude. And also in Monterey Park, I'm Bulldog Notary and Apostille. My phone number is also below, so reach out. Once again, my name is Rufus. Hit me up with any questions.